So contrast paints, what are they and who are they for? Let's find out in this video. Hello! Before we get going, let's do a bit of housekeeping. We have a Facebook group. I don't think I've really ever mentioned it before. I thought I'd do it now. That was my cat rubbing the microphone. Brilliant. Yeah, so we have a Facebook group where you can join up and you can post almost whatever you like for whatever game you play. It's not just about the Lord of the Rings stuff. You can just go over there if you're into 40k and you're painting a model, you want to share it. Go ahead, feel free, knock yourself out. It's a community for you guys really, and I'm there posting away doing things. Not many people there yet, but hopefully it will get bigger and bigger. Yeah, if you want to post terrain, models, just what games you're playing. It doesn't have to be war games, it can be board games, and just whatever's takes your fancy. Have a post there. We have a Facebook page where just to keep updated with what the channel's doing and what's going on in the community, and what releases there are. We have a Twitter account which is a similar use for a similar thing, but with more random retweets and brain farts from myself. And there's an Instagram account which isn't being used at the moment. Chris started it, but he's been busy of late. I'll probably do a lot more of it once I get a better phone. I currently have an old Windows phone because I liked it at the time, but there's no apps for it, so yeah. Anyway, on to the subject at hand, which is contrast paints. So I've got one out. I've got some contrast paints. I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon. I wanted to wait a while, see what they're like, use them, and yeah. So I thought this video is now. It's not for you're either using them already or you're not, and you're thinking about it. So hopefully this video might be of some help. And it's going to try and discover who are these paints for, because some various different videos. A lot of people thought they'd be aimed at beginners, but I've seen videos where beginners sort of struggle with them because they're not just like paints, and they end up having better results using normal paint. So I don't think it's for beginners. But to put that to the theory, my wife has got a Forge World Dragon, and I thought it'd be and she's painted before, but she only painted a few models, so I'd consider her a beginner. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to see if these paints are aimed at beginners. So I thought we'd try contrast paints on a Forge World Dragon. So yeah, we'll see how she'll get on. So she'll use them and give her thoughts. I'm not a beginner. I'm definitely not an expert painter. I'm more of an intermediate painter. I'm someone who enjoys it somewhat, but doesn't want to spend hours painting a single model or even a few models. I want to get them done to a nice standard and that looks good on the tabletop, on the battlefield. I want to get them, looking good, but I don't want to spend too much time. And I think these paints are aimed at someone like me who wants to get them tabletop ready rather than display ready. So I'm going to try them out and see what we think. Now, I can't see these being used for experts. I can't see experts who have mastered the craft of layering and mixing and dry brushing, shading, blending, etc. Just turn over to these going, oh yeah, I'm going to have one coat of these. But you never know. Perhaps if you're an expert painter and you use them, let me know in the comments what you think of them. Perhaps they're not going to replace your whole artistic arsenal. Perhaps you're going to complement it. Yeah, so let me know if you're an expert. I'd be genuinely interested to hear what you got to say about it. So anyway, got some contrast paints. Started off with, in this video, we got a few. We got Orc Flesh, Dark Angels Green, and Zygal. And then just before we started recording, I quickly went out and got two more. I got Snakebite Leather and Militarium Green. And then what happened during the course of the video, we liked them so much that we wanted to try out some other colours rather than greens and browns. So I got some Dark Angels Red, some Guilliman Flesh, and some Skeleton Horde, which is like a sepia. That's flesh colour, but interestingly, They all sort of look quite brown in the pots, sort of. And they either look brown, green, or red. So, which is obvious because they've got brown, greens, or red. Anyway, I better stop talking and get on with it. So first up, we're going to have my wife painting her Forge World dragon. Okay, so this dragon my wife's going to paint. I forget what it's called, Carmel, I think, from Forge World. Loves a dragon, so, and she's going to be using 3 greens. So I'll do this one. You grab a brush and do that. I don't think you're going to use the military.
Not as a... No. Oh, right. I think that's a better green for a dragon, don't you? What do you think?
It's up to you. You can do underneath in this one. This is dark ancient green. He's coming out. Like...
Yeah, I actually quite like that green. To be fair, it's a bit light, isn't it?
Yeah, get a bit more on because you meant it. It's a bit different type of paint. You are meant to go heavy. You meant to overload it.
Oh, I don't know. I like that green.
Yeah.
That's a bit flat. I like that green.
Okay, go for that green then. Yeah.
So you meant to overload it?
It's going to be quite heavy apparently.
Okay, just start we're doing this everywhere, obviously apart from
where you don't want them, yeah, just where you want the green. What do you reckon?
That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Well, it's gone in.
Yeah, and the way you've got maybe bits there we can go in. But I think that's
really cool. That's actually pretty cool.
Giving you sort of 3 levels.
It has, without doing the painting.
Yeah.
I'm really chuffed about that.
It's giving you deep shade, a base, and sort of a highlight in places where it's lighter around the edges. That is
pretty cool. How did they come up with these things?
I wasn't imagining it going to be this good. Oh.
Yeah, it's very good actually.
It's doing what it says on the tin, isn't it? It's giving you a shade, a base, and a highlight.
Yeah, it's gonna save a lot of work.
Is it runny? Because I've not used it. Does it feel runny? Because like obviously
it looks runny, doesn't it?
Yeah,
but no, it's not. Doesn't feel like it's going to drip everywhere. I can put a load on and it doesn't drip.
Watching it looks like you're doing a shade or a wash, and I'm thinking, cool, that's going to be runny. It's going to drip everywhere.
No, it actually so
it's going. So it looks like a wash, but it seems to be going on like paint.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't understand it, but it's very good. Also, it doesn't seem to dry too quickly, so you can move it around if you decide it's too dark in one place.
Oh, so if it's like pooling or something.
Yeah, like that.
Easy.
Right, so try and find. So on his leg there, where it's a bit light, what I've found is where it's fairly dry there now. If you want it a bit darker than that, let's get it in the right.
Yeah, well different to do this one.
You go over it like like the first time you painted it, and where it pulled before,
nice.
It just makes it look mega shaded, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
See where I did it again there? Look, yeah. It is good. I did the same on his leg. This leg was a bit light. This one.
Okay.
Sorry.
There we go. Sure.
This one. So I went over it again so it matched this one, and it just looks like I've done 15 million different layers. It looks pretty cool. When it pulls a bit too much, because it's run down, like here, if you take the excess off your brush and then just pull it down, it takes off the excess but then pulls again, so you don't lose the shading. That's pretty nifty. Oh, it's lovely green.
I'm interested in this green to see if it is like the old school Dark Angels green. Still love.
Smells more than the other one.
Similar enough, but different. It's not so different it jumps out. What's the drying time like?
Oh, I've just noted a big area there. It gives you enough time to work with it. I did the body a while ago. That's all dry now. The wings are still a bit damp, but they're drying off.
They just recently done, so about 15 minutes drying time there.
Yeah, it might be a bit less if it's really hot.
Yeah.
I just think, because I draw and paint dragons on paper, and I just find if you go for a darker colour around the eyes, you don't have to put too much detail in the eye to make it look. I mean, I'm going to put a pupil in there, but I'm going to paint the whole thing green, because then it's easier to put detail over the top.
Yeah.
That's just what I find.
It's difficult to get out of camera's eye because they have wings.
Yeah. Where you want it darker, it's pretty cool. Actually, this stuff.
I'm well impressed with it.
You've got. It looks like you've got about 1 million layers on there, and all you've done, you've just used one paint, like just round this bit where it would be a bit darker, and just go like that, and all of a sudden look at the character that gives that. It's amazing.
Okay, so this is
Militarum.
Green. Good. Someone can speak English.
I just think
Let's do it.
I'm going for quite a realistic, although you can't really
realistic dragon.
A realistic dragon, but more of realistic, natural and naturalistic is probably the better.
That's a lovely green.
That is a really lovely green.
I'm glad you used doing this first, because I'm seeing how it looks.
Thanks for that.
It's not just a massive colour change. So does that work?
It seems to be.
So you can actually graduate it in.
It's what I do. It's probably not how these sort of paint. It's probably not how you would paint something. It's
you used to get watercolour on paper.
Yeah, and acrylics.
Yeah.
And what you do is you build.
I like that though.
Into.
It's worked for me. Well, it's on. So you've gone over with that green a bit onto the.
Yeah, and it has blended quite nicely actually. That's just a little bit of water, touching and dragging. Which is what you do on paper. It's also a good way of hiding bad paint skills. Because it just, what you're doing is you're blending the colours together, but I think it looks more natural anyway. I actually really like that. I think that's really cool.
So that's the 3 greens done. Did that work? Did that, again, I'm going to ask this again. Was that different? Was the texture and the working the same as the other greens you used?
Yeah, same. So
I'll
same.
probably ask that after each colour just to make sure.
That's alright, same.
Cool. Do. So going to test out the browns. So this is grey. What's this one called? Saigal.
Saigal brown.
See what that one's like. It's quite
Dark.
It's dark. That's good. That's like rhinoxide.
Yeah, it's a dark one.
And we want to do sort of make it go lighter so you can get the contrast. So yeah, that's it. That's a good one. Like that. And this is snakebite leather. Now
Oh, that feels thin.
yeah, this is going to be a lighter brown.
Oh, it's much lighter.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's a yellowy brown.
Yeah, that's good, that one. That's thinner.
So that is thinner.
That feels thinner, yeah.
Yeah, you've been asking that question all the way through. Does it feel different? 'Cause I'm expecting.
Yeah, that feels
So I
thinner.
think what we're saying here is the lighter colours that are going to be generally lighter are going to be thinner.
A bit, not much.
Not much. So which one are you going to do for the bark as a base? For the
I think the dark.
dark.
Yeah.
Going back when you've. How's the brown going on?
Yeah, good.
Is it going on the same as the green?
Yeah, it is.
And just show to the camera a bit what you've done, just so we can get an idea what the brown looks like. If I can. I'm just going to go a bit brighter on the. Put it down because it's on. It's not on auto zoom. We'll get some close-ups later on when it's all done. But yeah, you can sort of see that, can't you? Cool. Crack on. Okay, so you've done the bark now, we're going to let that dry. We've got a flesh colour contrast paint here. That's where, do you want to do the palette test?
Yeah, it doesn't, it looks brown.
Gilliman, whatever it's called. Gilliman flesh.
Oh,
Oh no, that is it's pinky.
that's got a bit pinky.
Yeah, it's
Strange.
That down so you can. It looks brown in the pot. Very liquidy.
Yeah, very.
So over the white, that'll be even more pink.
That's amazing how pink it does. Well, not. It's like a pinky. It's more of a natural
Yeah.
colour that you'd get
So
in
it's
a
gonna
mouth,
do
I suppose. I mean, it wouldn't
flesh
be
in the tongue.
bright pink, would it? I've swapped to one of my brushes because I couldn't get on with Kevin's.
That's surprising how different that is. Again, would you say this one's thinner?
Much thinner.
It looks thinner.
Feels more like an ink.
So what's going on? The lighter colours are thinner. I guess that makes sense because you have less pigment in them.
Yeah.
It's left. It's surprising how pink that is. Speaking of which, skeleton horde. Again, it just looks brown. This is meant to be like a bit on the palette.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's very.
I suppose it is
It's weird with the studio lighting, but.
ivory.
Yeah.
I suppose.
And when it's drying,
I don't know if they. Yeah, it is that one, isn't it? I'm getting confused with the pink. Look. Oh, that really does look pink on the camera.
I correct the colour. Correct the colour on the camera. Camera never gives you the correct colour, you have to correct the colour using the. Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
Give it a whirl.
And yet it all looks like a muddy brown in the tin.
Yeah, it's so hard. You have to.
Okay. See, I think it looks good on the skull,
Okay, now hold.
but
Definitely skull.
on the
Looks-
dragon, I think it looks too yellow.
Move it down, move it down. Got to get the focal point. There it is.
I think it looks too yellow.
I still like that. It looks to me like it's an ivory tusk. I think.
So on the whole, I think they're brilliant. This just wasn't the colour I had in my head, unfortunately.
So over to me and the contrast paints. I'm gonna have a go at painting the new skirmish stuff. Hopefully, pretty much all in contrast paint where possible. Hopefully, might be a few bits can't do. Let's have a look. What I want to do is start with the old Mary, Will Babes, and I want to use. So I've got a red. I'm going to use that for his waistcoat and a fleshy. I'm going to do the flesh first, see how it goes on normal flesh. So it's weird, it's the first time I'm using these, so hopefully this brush will be okay. Crumbs, hobbits are difficult to paint. Can't see any deep, can't see where anything is. I have no eyes on it. It's going on quite nice. There you go, it's still wet, but it looks quite cool. I like that. It's recessed everywhere where I want it to. All in the dark bits and hasn't gone where I don't want it to. Okay, cool. I'm going to have a look at the red now, I think. Over again. It's a really rich red. I'll show you in a sec. Get it up in. Yeah. Oh yeah, all that. It's got to be in this video at some point, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, brilliant. Every video I do, okay. Trying to get it dry a bit. I mean, here's a looking at the skin now where it's drying. It looks fantastic. Oh, I'm never gonna. This is the only time. It's the only one I'm gonna be doing skin from now on. That's amazing. I hate getting detail in faces, and it's just like, hello, oh, I'm the mayor. And that red's well lush. That's a lush red. Snakebite leather for his trousers and his hat. I'll tell you what I haven't done. How can I forget that about a Hobbit? But people have been screaming at the camera for ages now. Forgot to do his bloody feet. One hat all textured and focus. Oh, join the testing. Before I say, there we go. One hat with a camera that's freaking out, but one hat all. So the trousers and the hat are still wet, but you can actually really see how well this goes on for models like this. Probably trying to get some good light and come on. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, love it. That's how I'm spinning around. It's really difficult to spin models around. Yeah, really do like these paints. I can't. So, for his waistcoat, for his coat and his cane, I'm going to use Psycho Brown. Okay. Hopefully, I'll sort of lighten out and show out, but that's the brown. It's really nice. I've done his pipe in Skeleton Horde. A nice ivory pipe. The flesh colour is amazing, and I love that rich red. That's just really cool. Something that would take hours of basing, washing, highlighting, dry brushing, yada yada. It's done in next to no time, about 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Love it. I don't have any grey contrast, so I'm just going to do that normal way, and metallics of his mare bling, I'm going to do that normal. That's pretty cool. I like that. Really like that. So anyway, that's us using the contrast paints. Giving our thoughts while using them. So I'm just going to give a quick post-usage thought. I quite like them. I can see myself using these exclusively now, pretty much, apart from the odd colour here and there. So, you know, I've got most of the colours I do use, but I can't see myself now buying a dark brown. I'm just going to buy a contrast paint dark browns. Here's refocusing. Here's Bill Fernie, and this green here, which is the Militarian green, I love that. That's really cool. I always find greens quite difficult. Greens, blues, and reds I find quite difficult. It's not finished yet. You know, there's still like metallics I'm going to do. I'll probably use a few other colours, but and the flesh, just the face, looks great, and that's just that contrast flesh. So that's brilliant. Again, looking at this chap here, green on his trousers. Again, I just struggle with greens. I just can't. It looks too. And again, look at the face. Really cool stuff for that. Now, probably the snakebite leather here on this one here, I would actually say you can probably pretty much achieve, I would say, with a normal paint and a wash. It would look pretty much the same quality. So I wasn't too enamoured by that. But at the same time, it does save painting, letting it dry, and doing a wash. You've got it done all in one. So in that regards, it may not look any better, but it certainly is quicker. So yeah, I really love contrast paints. I can see me moving across to these pretty much exclusively for my main painting technique, and then just using a few others just to fill in the gaps, as it were. I'd ideally like to try the black, so I'm hoping it will get back in stock, or I think I saw it was in stock, so I want to get hold of that. And so I might do another video of just using black contrast, because I cannot stand painting black. You know, especially in the Middle Earth sort of game with Ring Wraiths and a lot of Mordor stuff, it's all black, and I sort of paint it black and I sort of highlight it grey, but then it looks like a grey line rather than a lighter shade of black. Or I dry brush it and it looks chalky. I just can't do black, so interesting, try that. But I'll do another video then. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. You could help the channel out greatly by liking this, posting some comments, and sharing it. Because then that does all that algorithm on the YouTubes, doesn't it? But anyway, if you could, that would be lovely. But until the next video, guys, take care.